this is Jackie with Metal Wani, and here we are in England at Bloodstock Open Air, and I'm here with Brian from Diamond Head. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Jackie. Nice to be here.
Awesome. So you guys recently released your self-titled album, Diamond Head. How was the fans' response been to the album?
Response has been fantastic. The press, I was not expecting it. You know, you make the best album you can with the money you've got and the time you've got. And the press has been amazing. It's some of the best press of Diamond Head's career. And considering we've been going 40 years, that's going to fall off in a minute. It's been amazing. Much better than I expected. So people seem to really like it. I mean, we've done the kind of album that we thought, you know, Diamond Head fans would like, but really you've got to try and please yourself. And it's just hit home with a lot of people. We've had, you know, fabulous press so far. Yeah.
Like you just mentioned that, I was going to say that the media has had a really good response to it.
Amazing.
The Lightning to the Nations album was incredible. It kind of feels like you guys still have that same passion and aggression on it. Did you listen to that album a lot before you started to write this next one?
Not really. I mean, I know every song, every Diamond Head song inside out, so I do think there must be a style coming through. And we definitely had a brief where we said it should sound like Diamond Head, because it's easy to go off on a tangent or be influenced by, say, more modern bands, or, you know, it's tempting to use drop tuning and things. But we said we would try and make a Diamond Head album, and so we kind of rejected anything that wasn't Diamond Head, you know. So we'd say that's very Diamond Head. This riff, you know, these chords, this isn't. So we just, you know, we had a lot of material. I've always liked to do that, almost write way too much stuff and then select and be picky and pick all the best stuff. And so when we ended up with the 11 songs, it must just have been of a quality that it just makes for a strong album, you know, not a patchy album, should we say.
So you took a lot of time, and just everyone had their own opinion about what songs should make on the album?
It was mainly down to myself and Rasmus, because of course Raz had to come up with all the lyrics. I'm not a lyric writer, so I would try and provide the music, and then Raz would take on the role of lyricist. And I think between us and Eddie and Carl, we kind of decided, yeah, that's would be good on the opening track, and this would be good at the end of the album. And we worked on the order, and just kind of picked all the good stuff of what we'd got, and what we, you know, put it together in one nice package, really.
Yeah. So you did manage to find an amazing vocalist.
Yeah.
He does live up to the legacy of Bill Harris.
Not easy to do.
No.
I'm a huge fan of Sean's voice, but you know, we don't work together anymore, and so, you know, I started looking for another singer, and managed to find Raz. And first of all, it was mainly to do live work. We had a tour booked in 2014. We did that, and during that tour we started talking about writing songs together, and I thought we should try. But he is a brilliant singer, and I've been so impressed by his range, his ability to hold notes, you know, his tuning is fantastic, his timing, and even his lyrics. He's come up with some fantastic lyrics for this album, very appropriate lyrics. So yeah, I've been very lucky, I think, to find Raz, and his voice just fits Diamond Head perfectly.
It does, yes. So this is your second album back after a bit of a hiatus. Would you say you have a lot of support from fans all around the world?
We did an album in 2005, and we did one in 2007, but it is the first album back since then.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got pockets of fans all over. We've been to America and Canada and Japan and some fantastic places. We're still plenty of places we've never been. We've still never been to Australia or, you know, China or any of those sort of countries, that area. Even we've never been to South America. So yeah, hopefully we can pick up fans as we go, and if records get released there.
Yeah.
But it's still like you're still finding places, you know, and if people are willing to take a chance and book the band, we'll go. You know, we've just been to Malta. You know, we've never been to Malta. We played Ibiza and all sorts of places.
Lovely. Well, hopefully you get fans in other countries and you tour all those places.
Yeah, it's nice to go to different places. It's interesting to meet, you know, new people and there you go.
Definitely. So, what do you think of the Bay Area metal scene? We've had bands like Slayer, Megadeth, and Metallica pay homage to you guys because you've inspired them. What is your take on their new music, like Slayer's new album, Repentless, and Megadeth's Dystopia?
To be honest, I haven't heard either.
Okay.
So I can't really answer that. I don't really keep up to speed with what everybody's doing, you know. I'm probably a bit more old school.
Okay.
Listening, you know, I still listen to the older bands. There's some new bands I like, but I'm not the sort of guy who just sits around listening to, you know.
Yeah.
Too much of that can be, you know, can drive me a bit crazy. So I don't know. Is the short answer.
Okay. So you guys also have toured all over the States. Is there still a specific country that you'd like to go to?
I'd like to go to Australia.
Okay.
I used to dream of going to Canada. I don't know why, I just always thought, wow, it'd be great to go to Canada. And then we went in 2011, brilliant. And we've been a couple of times since, and we've got more dates coming up in November.
Okay.
We've got a full tour in November of the US and Canada, beginning in Los Angeles. But there is countries here we've never been. I'd be happy to go. You know, bands go to China now, don't they? And they go to Russia and you name it. Nothing's out of bounds except for a couple of places. But yeah, I'm usually up for it if it's going to be well run and we're going to be treated okay and we're going to get paid. I'll go. I just don't want to be, you know, messed around and you know have a bad time and you know. So, yeah.
Okay. So you guys have conserved your heavy metal sound. What would you say inspires your music most?
What inspired Diamond Head the most? There's a few bands who were important to us. Black Sabbath were a major influence on myself as a guitar player and a writer. And then, of course, Led Zeppelin. The main bands, really. You know, Deep Purple, AC/DC. They've all been important. You know, I would go and see these bands when I was younger, when they would play Birmingham near me. And you kind of want to do that. You know, you go and see a band and you think, oh, that's what I want to do. You know, I'd like to be able to play the guitar like that. Somebody like Michael Schenker, you know, is a big influence on my playing, and Richie Blackmore from Purple. So, it's, you know, I think I've listened to a lot of music and a lot of different bands over the years, and it probably all melts into a style. You know, hopefully you kind of pick up everything you like from the different players or the different bands, and you kind of blend your own. You end up with your own sound and your own style. You know, from an amalgam of other people.
You guys have been around for a very long time. Did you ever think metal would come this far?
No.
These heavy, you know, we have all these subgenres of metal.
It's amazing how it's progressed and transformed. You know, years ago it was kind of blues based, wasn't it? In like the early 70s, and then it's just got heavier and faster and darker. And, it is an incredible story to follow from say blues or something to the metal we've got nowadays. In 40, 50 years, it's changed so much. I mean, I even thought when we did this new album that we may be out of step with what people want now. Yeah. I mean, it's not been the case, thankfully, but that's how much it's changed. And I thought, well, since Diamond had started, the music business has changed so much, and the style, you know, all the magazines and the Metal Hammers and Terrorizers and stuff, that maybe they wouldn't be interested in Diamond. They might just think, oh no, you know, that sort of style went out years ago, you know, but everybody seems to like it, and I think it's still cool. And can't beat having good songs and a good singer.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you guys are awesome, so obviously everyone has to like you guys. Okay, so I just want to say enjoy the rest of the festival, and good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thank you very much. I'm sure we will. Looking forward to it.